And we are going. What's going on with everybody? It's your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw, rugged, and I got somebody on the other line, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Who we got?
Yo, my name is Jack Knight, comedian extraordinaire from Bust Down, Big Mouth, etc., etc. Hello.
Hey, man. People been asking for me to run this back for a little minute, so I'm glad to finally
Yeah,
get you back on. Yeah, people been asking to run this one back, so I'm glad we could,
that's
run it back.
beautiful, man. I'm happy for you.
I
You've been,
don't.
you've been that babyface interview was great.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate
This
that,
was
man.
really, really good.
Hey, that's a cool nigga right there.
He's the coolest nigga. All them Detroit rap niggas are cool as fuck.
Me and my homeboy, we use the term cool cat a lot, and every time we see a lot like a babyface Ray, we like, man, that's a cool cat right there, man. That's a
That's a
cool cat.
that's a hard turn to bring back. Like that's like some real the dynamics and the floaters and like some real, group doo-wop 70s terms.
I knew he was a cool cat when he said that in the interview because I asked
He
him,
said he said I'm a cool cat.
no, 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 no. That a cool cat
That
won't
would be
call himself a
crazy.
cool cat
Cool
all
cat.
day.
No, that's the ugly dog move.
Nah, he said, what he said. I think I asked him about one of his song titles, and he was like, well, shoot. He was like, man, DC's from Love and Hip Hop. I was like, yeah, I'm familiar with him. He was like, shoot, I keep up with all the cool cats, man. He had said it, and I had used the same term. So apparently, other cool cats keep up with the cool cats, and I guess like a cool cat lineage. And that nigga's cool, bro. Shout
Wow.
out to Ray.
I gotta I gotta get my cool cat shit on. I don't know. I'm not a part. I'm not getting the emails. I'm not getting the letters. I need to get my cool cat going.
Hey, that's like damn, I forget the Future song. Future got a song where he say something about like real niggas link up and like he met all the real niggas at the real nigga link up. And I was like, damn, I wonder like who's at the real nigga link up. Like, is that like an actual function where like Trade of
It
Truth
ain't
there?
us.
Hey, I ain't get the invite.
I bet you Ace Hood was there. Ace Hood seems like he's always there.
Man, after the whole Rolly incident, I feel like Ace Hood lost all the cool cat points. To be honest with you,
That's real. That's also real.
damn, that was a sad moment. But yeah, man, what's been going on with you, bro?
I'm out here shooting season 2 of Pause with Sam J on HBO. Everybody knows Sam J, the prolific, the powerful. We're out here with Langston Kerman, Jack Fox, Emmy Blotnick, and a lot of very talented people working on the show, and we're trying to, cultivate something really great for Sam.
That's fire, man. That's fire. I
Yeah.
kind of want to take it back a little bit for the people that didn't see the first interview on how I even found you. I told this story in the
Uh-huh.
first interview, but I forget who it was, some PR people or whatever. They sent me like an email with like 7 comedians, and
Mhm.
you were probably like fourth on the list. So I go and check them out. They're
That
like,
sounds
hey,
about right.
they like, hey, you want to interview some of these people? I'm like, ah, sure. Let me look at some of their stuff. I watched like the first 2, absolutely just like ass, like wipe my ass quality dookie meat comedians. And like I said, you was like fourth on the list, and I was like, all right, if these 2 niggas ass, I'm not finna
The
check
rest
out.
of these niggas probably ass.
Not finna check out the rest of these niggas. So
That's fair.
sayonara, you feel me? I'm like not finna do that.
That's
So
fair.
maybe 6 months later, they sent me another one with you being the first nigga, and I was like, damn, this name look familiar. And I was like, oh, this got to be the ass nigga. This nigga that was in the ass group. So I was like, all right,
Right.
I'm gonna check him out because I ain't give him a fair chance. Hey man, been a fan ever since, bro.
Oh, that's so sweet, man. That's very sweet. Who sent you this? Because I don't even have PR like that.
It was some white people. I really can't tell you. It was some white people.
White people.
But like I said, definitely been a fan ever since. Yeah, man, I guess we could start from last night. You kind of prefaced me that it was a nigga night last night.
It was just like the shit that I be doing. It's just inappropriate behavior for my age. I was out with my niggas and we were talking about the entry points of one another's artistry, and then a French dude said some crazy shit to one of us, and a friend of mine stood up and knocked that nigga out, and then we all had to run, and then we all fell, and then we all went back to the house and like just started slapboxing, and I'm 30, and I gotta just stop doing this. I gotta stop behaving like this. I gotta stop staying up till 4 a.m. slapboxing niggas.
What was this? Like my maybe 11th grade year, I had went to a black school, and I remember being like on the top of the like the staircase or whatever, and I could see the courtyard, and like I kid you not, it was like 14 different sets of slapbox matches going on. It was like 14 different pairs of slapboxing matches, and that was one of the
Yeah.
most beautifulest things I ever seen. And it was like niggas was it was like joy. You know what I'm saying? Like usually when you see niggas fighting, it's like, oh, this is some nigga finna die. But niggas was having like the time of their life. So I don't think it's an
Super
age limit for
detox.
slapboxing.
Small. Sorry, bro. Can I get the super detox? And then can I get the egg and the sausage? Yeah. Do you know what's crazy about slapboxing? I mean this wholeheartedly. I think it is the closest strain of our lineage, like African roots that we have. So that's why we do it so often. Like I guarantee, like I haven't done the research, so don't quote me on this. But there's something so spiritual about slapboxing. There's something so spiritual about Playboy Cardi, and there's something real spiritual about like Prince. Mm-hmm. Like we're very black people, especially black men, we're very spiritual about those things. And really like gushy pussy when the girl has like a little bit of pudge underneath the belly button, that's your spiritual.
It's funny. Last interview we talked about Playboy Cardi. I remember you were saying like like Playboy Cardi come on. And you was like you ain't pulling up on the females. You putting your arm around your nigga and you jumping around and you know what I'm saying you having a great time at the function or whatnot.
It's spiritual. It's spiritual. It's like the niggas of the earth. And when something's like of the earth like that, you don't need your vices, your women, your drugs, your et cetera, et cetera. All you need is like what makes you happy. And so if what makes you happy is your niggas and they're around you and the song is on. That's why the best songs, everybody's favorite songs, is not a song that makes you go for the thing that you're lusting over. It makes you go for the thing that you already have.
What Cardi song would you say is like the best example of that spiritual
Long time.
Long time?
Long time. As a nigga who been broke, as a nigga who like had to like do what the fuck I had to do to get to where the hell I'm at, there's nothing better to hear a nigga say, I've been waiting for this shit for a long time. Yeah. It's like, yep, that's all nigga this right there. That's all what it is. Man, that's every word of what we are.
I wish I understood Playboy Cardi, man.
You don't have to. You probably have your own spiritual person that you're just like, this is the guy for me.
That is a fact.
Babyface Ray.
That is one of my spiritual, you know what I'm saying, successors.
Babyface Ray is tapped in, man. He got it all figured out. Cool cat.
Hey, you got to start saying that. We need to spread that cool cat.
We got to bring that back around. I'm with you. I'm with it. I'm on it. I'm on the cool cat train.
Is there because I feel like art intertwines. I went to art school and I seen it like all different type of arts just intertwine with each other. Is there a art that you think that intertwines the best with comedy? Would it be music?
No.
Which one?
It would have to be like, if you're really good at comedy, it would have to be sculpting or some sort of painting. Because music has it's freedom for sure, but it's layers of freedom that is put into one source that you have to consume one way. Whereas comedy could be a movie, a TV show, a nigga standing on the street pretending to be a clown, a motherfucking stand-up show, improv. That's the same thing with sculpting. You can go and find a rock and turn that into art, or you can go and find a piece of white wall and turn it. It's like it's so limitless.
Are you a good visual artist?
No, I'm not.
I'm thinking.
So I usually date like little artsy fartsy girls, and then they break my heart, and then I cry.
Oh, you in my bag? Okay.
Yeah,
you in my bag. I like that.
We're never gonna find love.
Hey, but like you said, like you meet one of them artsy girls, bro, and nigga, it's something about an artsy girl that would capture your heart like no other woman can. It's insane. And then,
I don't like it.
Then they break your heart, and then you're like, all right, this woman is the devil. So.
Or you break theirs, and it's your fault, and then they talk about it for the next 10 years, and you're like, damn, bitch, shut up.
Hey man, that is interesting though. The whole visual art kind of blended in with comedy.
I think musicians are closer to like basketball players.
Every rapper does want to be a hoop nigga, so I mean that's not
right. But like outside of T.I., there's not, and Freddie Gibbs, there's not that many like rappers doing their best to become comedians. But Drake has his own basketball league. What's up, bro?
That's interesting. I never thought about it like that because I wouldn't fancy
Being a comedian is a waste of time, though. Don't do that.
I was about to say I wouldn't fancy myself as a quote unquote comedian, but a lot of my things are based in, I would say, like
I mean,
comedy.
humor, satire.
Yes, and I absolutely suck at drawing, but I do think I can visualize things pretty well. Like I'm the type of nigga to be like, "Hey, I know what I want. Can you do this? Can you draw it for me, or can you make this for me?" But actually putting it to paper, not that great. Are you good at the visualizing aspect of just like a album art or something like that you need done?
Oh yeah, I've done that for like most of the projects I've worked on, where it's like from title sequences or directorial shit. I'm good at being like, it should look and feel like that. I need a straw, yeah. It should look and feel like that. But in terms of like my hand drawing a thing, no sorry, Bob.
I could barely write legibly. Like I'm very bad at like anything that has to do with like a pencil, pen, anything like that. So I feel you. I feel you.
Do you know what that is? Are you patient with your hand? That's the thing. That's the thing the girl taught me. It's like everybody can learn to draw. You just gotta be patient with your hands.
Well, I remember my teacher, shout out to Miss Miller. I remember she was like, she also has bad handwriting, and she was like, they say geniuses always have bad handwriting. So I just kind of kept that.
That doesn't sound true.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound true
I'm gonna believe that. So I don't care what you say, but I'm gonna definitely believe that. Oh yeah, every genius has bad handwriting. So you ever seen Albert?
I hate when teachers say stupid shit like that to make you feel good. Because then you just like, you hold on to it like a dumbass. Like I remember my teacher was like, I was very hyper in class, obviously hyper as an adult. And my teacher was like, that's because you're a good person. I'm like, no, nigga, I'm hyper because I eat sugar at 6 a.m.
Nah, look at like Albert Einstein handwriting. Look at it. Any nigga that would be considered a genius, them niggas write like they're dyslexic. It's crazy.
That's not, bro. Frank Ocean has beautiful handwriting.
Do we know how smart Frank Ocean is outside of music though?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to keep this. But
You're just trying to save your bullshit. Nigga, learn how to write the letters.
You are right. You are definitely
learn
right.
how to write the fucking letters.
Hey, I'm trying to get to your level, bro. Last time we did an interview, you were doing your thing. You had the TV show on Netflix. You had the comedy. You had the comedy special. You were doing a lot. Even since then, you have leveled up, my nigga. I've watched a lot of those little interviews y'all had did for the promo run for Bust Down. Nigga, you had on a corduroy jacket with a damn turtleneck, nigga. That's how I know a nigga getting some real money. Nigga got a corduroy with a turtleneck on, and I'm pretty sure, huh?
I'm trying to fuck these Asian hoes.
Come on, bro. I nigga had in the middle of spring too. I was like, I know it ain't hot out. I mean, I know it ain't cold outside. So you was getting your fit off.
I'm in an air conditioned environment.
Those interviews.
I don't got nothing on me, bro.
Those interviews are you in New York right now?
Say it again?
Are you in New York right now?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
You've had like 30 different things go on. I've heard like 30 different people talk to you. I think a homeless man just tried to, I don't know if he was asking for money. I don't know what was going on. You getting green tea. New York is just way too hectic. Like it is. I can't live that life.
Dog, that's what I'm saying. Last night, bro, a French nigga got knocked out because he called me and my friends niggas. And then, bro, a French nigga got knocked out. And then all the stud homies chased the nigga down the street and beat his ass. You ever see a bunch of studs stomp a nigga out?
Unfortunately, hello? I have.
Bro, studs be, nigga, they shoes be all big, but they violence be all feminine. So they got nigga shoes and women's intent. And so it's just, so they were really trying to kill this nigga. And I was like, bro, hold on, guys, hold on. I'm on Peacock. We can't do this.
No, that's the best when like a stud is so wrapped into it that like they be forgetting they girls, like they like titties flying everywhere. I'm like, yo, your shirt's off right now. Like I was just watching these
that
two.
Don't matter.
They don't matter. They don't give a shit. They in their bag. When they in their bag, they in their bag. They don't give two shits about it. That's crazy.
Move out the way with it, bro.
See, I'm a southern nigga to the end of it. Like I can't live that New York life. Like I kind of like the slow pace. You know what I'm saying? Like walking everywhere. That's not for me. Like let me hop in a car. Like I can't. Being, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that.
I'm the same way as the West Coast nigga, but like, look, I'm 50-50 on New York. I'll be honest with you. I'll go to a very expensive restaurant and I'll be there with a very nice person or friends and I'm having a good time. Then that night, I watched a French nigga get stomped out by a stud, and I'm like, I gotta go home.
It's like, honestly,
To be here.
that's not something crazy that you would see. Like, I can see that because I'm from Jacksonville. I can see definitely that happening in Jacksonville. I don't know about a French nigga. I don't know too many French niggas in Jacksonville, but I can definitely see like a racist white person being like, oh, look at nigga boy, and like somebody get knocked out for sure. So, what a world we live in, man. But like you said, you're a peacock boy now, so you know what I'm saying. You can't be
Universal NBC, man. These crackers got me.
You can't be putting hits out on, you feel me, the French. You know what I'm saying? So
These French.
That's beautiful to see the progression that you've came from though. Like I said, from, you know what I'm saying, even like you were doing your thing back then, but now having your own TV show. Hey man, I don't even know you like that, but I felt proud of you. I was like, damn.
Oh man, that's super sweet.
I kind of know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that shit made me feel proud for you, bro. So congratulations before we go any further.
You got a chance to watch Bust Down.
Every episode, we're gonna talk all about it.
Oh, you seen it?
Every episode.
Yeah.
Nigga, you think I'm interviewing you? You seen the damn show, nigga?
Bro, you're in a bonnet. I don't know what this is.
I am in a bonnet, but no, man. I watched every single episode, man. I definitely had to, cause after watching it, I was like, yeah, I need to get this nigga on again, and everybody wanted to see you on. So I'm like, let me holler at bro again. But before we even get into that, man, we were talking about this off camera a little bit. And we were talking about the incident, like you said, the whole Will Smith thing. And I cut you off because I said I wanted to hear it fresh in the interview. So I don't remember. I don't know if you remember where you left off at, but you were saying that we need more, I think, violent humor.
I'll say this: to see two titans of like black humor and black art do that is like, oh man. There's a piece of me like, oh, both of these motherfuckers like real for both of them.
Yeah.
But then there's another piece of me that's like, I think more people need to be slapped. And I'm not one of these comics that like praise my art form. If I'm saying something crazy and you run up on me, hopefully there's security, hopefully the establishment will stop that from happening. But yeah, dog, they be knocking out niggas that work at Popeye. This is a job. So who the fuck am I to be like, there should be some sanctity to this job? Niggas get knocked out of their job all the fucking time. If you say some shit to a person and they react away, your First Amendment right is to say what you want, and your Second Amendment right is to shoot that nigga if they try and kill you.
That was a I don't know how I'm gonna put it. That was a crazy scene. I was on the phone with somebody and I thought it was fake at first, and I watched him like, oh, this is real. So after looking at all the horrible takes that I've seen about it, you know who had the best take? I feel like on that situation. I feel like Zach Fox. I don't know if you've seen what he posted on the story. That was he basically was saying like, we comedians, we supposed to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to be the one getting laughed at. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that 100%. I was like, that is a fact. But
bro, our job was built on niggas with bells on their hats. We used to have bells on our hats, and the king would kick us downstairs, and the niggas would laugh at us. That's how this thing started. That's how this whole thing started. And then out of nowhere, George Carlin came around, and the niggas were like, "Whoa, wee, wow, woo." But no, we are losers.
That is interesting that like comedy did evolve into like, oh, you have to have social commentary in your stand up for you to be one of the greatest.
We supposed to be boo boo eating niggas.
You think George Carlin was the start of that?
No, it's probably like Lenny Bruce or some person in France. But all I'm saying is, because of those types of people, we all think that we have this pride. It's like, man, the nigga didn't like the joke. He walked up to you. He smacked you up. In any moment, if any man walks up to you in any point in my life, I'm preparing for whatever the fuck is happening. And if you're so confident that you don't think in this white space a nigga gonna do some nigga thing, you got to reflect on that a little bit.
You know what's interesting? I might disagree with that last part. Because I feel like it is kind of natural nigga instinct to let your guard down at like the Oscars or whatever. Because
why? It's not our space.
But listen, I feel like maybe if a white person, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of almost like a universal understanding like, oh man, we in a different type of space. We're acting a little different. Not saying that I wouldn't have expected bruh to slap me, but if I'm at like I don't know, the BET Awards, I'm like, oh, niggas on probably some bullshit. I'm not expecting at the Oscars because How many times have we seen it at the Oscars versus how many times we've seen it at the fucking Ozone Awards or some shit like that?
I think in any situation as a comedian, if I tell a joke anywhere, it could be at a funeral, it could be in the White House, and the person I made a joke about is in the radius of that subject,
Yeah.
walks up towards me, I'm at least gonna, prepare. To not prepare and to accept this white space as something of like virtue or something of like a protective barrier from reality is a slippery slope.
Okay, so how about this? I'm a person when I attack a situation or when I'm in a situation, I'm kind of like, damn, how can I make this better? Even if it's people that I'm around, like just trying to help improve them, or if it's a situation like I'm working with somebody. So, like for example, looking at like doing interviews, like every time I see something media related, I'm like, damn, like maybe we should evolve from that. Like
Yeah.
when I was doing the bust down thing, like I don't know how beneficial 5 minute interviews are anymore, even if it's for a promo run. Like I feel like people want to hear long winded. That's a podcast. Like people want to hear them conversations that kind of get up in a duration of time. So I'm like, damn, I don't know how beneficial that is. So I bring that up to say
Yeah.
with comedy, because you're kind of critiquing how niggas do things. Is there anything within the comedy realm where you're like, we maybe should evolve from that, or this should probably change, or this should be different?
I think we definitely got to stop being so. All comedians got to definitely just chill out and stop putting so much weight on this art form. Like we're the fucking, you know, Prince of Zamunda. Like this is a very silly thing. It's a giant privilege to do. It's so fun. It's so silly. You get to be yourself professionally and run around saying basically whatever you want. And sometimes when saying whatever you want, there's going to be consequences. And you just got to kind of grow up and understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we need to get back to the point where, like you said, like I'm a person. I love the finding humor and absurdity, like things that are just super absurd. I love
Mm-hmm.
finding humor in, like Jesse Lee Peterson. Like that nigga is so absurd to me that it's
Who?
hilarious. I remember you posted a clip from him. That's why I brought him up. That's the old black nigga that interviewed DC Young Fly.
Oh, dude, he's insane.
He's the best, bro. I love that nigga, bro.
That guy, motherfucker.
Yes, the MAGA nigga, bro. That nigga is the funniest nigga of all time to me. And I'm not sure how much of it him being sarcastic or him being serious, but that nigga's
He's
hilarious.
crazy.
That nigga
He's
was. That nigga said we
remember
need.
he got summed up by Shorty at the protest.
Oh, you talking about yes, I remember that. That was
He
classic.
disappeared after that. Where'd he go?
I haven't seen Jesse Lee Peterson on my timeline anymore like that. But every time I would see that nigga, I remember one time he said, we need to make July White History Month. And it was like, why? He was like, something just feel white about it. I think it's ridiculous, man. But
That's not wrong.
something do kind of feel white about July. But
It's that and like October feel like very white months.
I feel like white people participate more than black people in Halloween. Like I don't feel like black people they don't deal with pumpkins as much. Like I feel like white people love the pumpkin patches and stuff like that. Not saying black people don't, but I feel like white people thrive in that. You know what I'm saying?
Culturally, they thrive in more of like the autumn culture than we do. Yes, niggas are winter and spring creatures.
No, niggas are summer creatures.
Bro, go look, bro. I understand what you're saying. Niggas have fun during the summer, but during the winter, niggas be dressing, niggas be getting work done. Niggas love Christmas. Niggas love Christmas. Niggas love New Year's Eve. Niggas love all of our holidays are in February. We have a whole month in winter and spring. I know that we love the heat. And I know that we love sundresses, but we like those months where it's cold a little bit.
Can I make an argument for summer?
Go for it.
I feel like niggas love being outside their house with their shirt off. You can only do that in
Yeah.
summer. Niggas love eating sunflower seeds. You can eat that whenever, but I feel like sunflower seeds.
Yeah, you can do that in any four.
But I feel like sunflower seeds hit the best in the summertime. Barbecue sunflower seeds in the summertime with your shirt off, elite stuff. Uh,
This sounds incredibly individual.
no, no, I'm not a nigga that stands outside with my shirt off. I'm not that type of nigga at all. I keep my clothes on. Not me, but niggas,
Okay,
niggas.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
I don't know. I get what you're saying though because I like the winter because of layers. I like to put on layers, but you gotta also think about where I'm coming from. I'm in Florida. It's not that cold. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it don't really get that cold. New York, it's snow. Was it snowing when you was outside? I feel like I seen something coming down.
It was, what is it called? Sleet.
Sleet.
It was sleeting. It was sleeting.
No sleet happens down here, so that's a new thing for me. But I get what you're saying. It might be perspective of where you're at, but yeah, man. Back to the whole comedy improving that thing. I do agree. I feel like there needs to be I don't know. There needs to be more conversations held. Like I feel like there's not enough conversations held in general, just like in life. But I feel like within the comedy realm, there needs to be more conversations held. Like, damn, like how do we make this thing even better than what it is? You know what I'm saying? I don't know who would hold those conversations, but do you think that's a plausible thing that could happen on some like
There's
UN type shit for comedians?
no, there's really, really, really great comedy going on right now. It's like
Mm.
anything. People just gotta go find it if you're interested.
Who would you say is killing it right now that people probably not giving justice to or giving it just due to?
In what form? TV, movie, stand up,
Let's go stand up.
stand up. Who's going crazy? Um, there's obviously Roy Wood Jr. is going crazy. Jamar Neighbors, Carlos Miller, uh, Zaynab Johnson is fucking sick. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of people that are doing really, really great work in stand up and visually. Like, I don't know if you saw Gerard's special, but that was
That
one of
dropped?
the most beautiful. Yeah, it dropped.
When? Cause I seen the trailer. I didn't see the. I didn't know it
It's
dropped yet.
out. It's out, bro. It came out this weekend.
That's why I seen the trailer probably like a week ago. He was like walking to the bar or whatever. But yeah, I didn't know it dropped. I gotta go check that out. It's on Netflix or where's that?
It's on HBO. That
HBO.
shit's beautiful.
I'm gonna definitely go check it out as soon as we get done with this. But
Hmm.
yeah, nah, you named some definitely you named a lot of niggas I'm fans of. Carlos Miller being one. I interviewed Carlos, and that was a
Hmm.
very interesting interview because I don't know why I thought like it was a very different interview than what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a very like haha humorous interview, very serious interview. We talked about a lot of very intense, serious ass stuff. That's a very intelligent brother right there. I don't know if you ever met him, but
No,
definitely
that's Sensei.
fan of that nigga for sure. Shout out to him. But yeah, I think like you said, it is a lot of good comedy going on, and it's a lot of good comedy going on with TV right now, including Bust Down. I want to get into Bust Down. Bust Down is something that I seen. I don't know how I seen it. I use Peacock because I watch wrestling, so like they got the
Hmm.
WWE shit over there. So I think I might have seen like promo on there. And I was like, oh, okay, I like these people. Let me see what's going on. Watched all 7 episodes, and it's definitely a lot of just ridiculousness that I don't know. I don't feel like I see a lot of black humor almost, you know? Like I see it in white humor, like Always Sunny or something like that, but not a lot of black humor because I do feel like a lot of black humor feels the need to be like, oh, I got to get a message out or I got to get this social message. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just like you said, like, ah, this is just stupid because it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
Hmm.
y'all did stupid pretty good. So shout out to that. All 7 episodes, right? 6 episodes, 6 episodes.
6 episodes.
All six except from the ASAP Rocky callback. That's a classic. I mean, yeah, who doesn't love that video? Um, you think he went in like thinking he was going to say that, or was that like a off the cuff thing?
I think he was just venting, and in the middle of like being himself, said something that, and it's also the alliteration of slipping on semen was so rapper of him, and I think it just came out that way.
I was fired. Um,
Yeah.
so from that, from the chain throwing, it was a very similar incident in battle rap, big battle rap fan where a nigga threw a chain or whatever, so it made me think of that.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, just a lot of ridiculous stuff. So yeah, I mean, congrats first of all, and
Oh, thank you, man.
yeah, man. I mean, just talk about the show. Like, I guess where do you stand on season one? Like, do you feel like you've achieved everything you wanted with that season? Do you feel like you could have did more? Like, where are you at right now that season one is over?
I feel very, very good. Like it was a lot of swings. It was a lot of stuff that people haven't done before. It was just purely funny, and it has a high level of rewatchability. And people have been rewatching and being very nice towards us. And so now we're just waiting on the green light for the next one, and we're just going to be just dumber, stupider, and make worse decisions. But yeah, it's like you said, like absurdity usually lives in white spaces, and so it's nice to have our own lane of black absurdity.
Before I touch on season one, I do want to give you a suggestion for season two. Don't gotta take it,
Uh-oh.
but this I feel like so Freddie Gibbs,
Mm-hmm.
amazing, and I feel like he should have been on
Mm-hmm.
TV more. I think Lotus Squad might have been like his first time, but this was like a reoccurring thing for him. Fire. You know another rapper you niggas need to bring into the fold who is a absolute superstar.
Is it
Sauce
Vince
Walker.
Staples?
No, Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker is great. Is he
Bro.
going to show up to a call time on time?
So you know what I learned about Sauce Walker? His dad was a professional wrestler. Had no idea. Wrestled for the WWE. Nigga wrestled Kane. Did a lot of. I just had no idea. I bring it up because I would imagine his dad being a wrestler for so long. You gotta have. You gotta be on time. You gotta. You know what I'm saying. So I would imagine. Hopefully, his father instilled that within him. So I honestly think you niggas should reach out to Sauce Walker because you hit with Freddie Gibbs. Freaking Sauce Walker. I feel like just that ooh wee, like that loudness, I feel like would just resonate perfectly with this show because that nigga's absurd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's so funny.
Fucking Sauce Walker.
Don't don't get talk about me before I talk about you.
That nigga's crazy. Why you say Vince? People bring up Vince a lot.
People always bring up Vince. Vince is hilarious, but you don't want to overdo the rapper on your show thing.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Freddie's probably gonna be our only rapper on the show.
Nah, yeah. I feel like I feel like he's definitely perfect for it. And like you said, I
He's
don't.
also just a good ass actor.
Yeah, I feel like you don't want to. You watch shows and it's like, oh, this is a cameo show. It's like 30 niggas popping up, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It kind of water it down. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely get why you would say that. But yeah, that hey, Freddie was a great get. That nigga, he killed it. I feel like he has very good facials. Like his face, like
His eyes are so silly.
bro, he has like 1940 like racist caricature eyes. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like it's so good for the show. What made y'all go
Mm-hmm.
with Freddie?
We are the show is based in Gary, Indiana, and we wanted to have someone from Gary, Indiana. And I knew Freddie through stand up, and he was like trying to, make that leap from rap into acting because he has his Sundance movie. Came up to him when we were all drinking. I was like, yo, I got this show called Bust Down. It's based in Gary, Indiana. And he goes, I'm from Gary, Indiana. And I went, I know. And he went, all right, I want to be in the show. And I was like, all right. And that's all that happened.
That's fire.
Yeah.
He's so
It
good.
was tight.
I feel like everybody dynamic works well from you, um, being like what is it, like a man child? Is that a good way to kind of
Yeah, goofball, man child, immature,
psychopath? Last episode definitely psychopath.
psychopath.
When Langston makes a joke about like these boots aren't made for walking, he said something else. I forget what he said after that. You had the most like evil, like just crazy look on your eyes. Like, you didn't laugh. Like he laughed. I was like, I don't know if this is acting. This nigga legit looks like a fucking serial killer. That was
That's so funny.
when I seen that, I was like, damn, I hope they toy with that. Like I hope that fucking just Jack just has like moments of just psycho in season two where it's like,
Yeah,
yo, this nigga is he's off his rocker.
off. You take it off.
Oh, for sure. That's fire from Langston. I don't know how would you explain Langston character? Just like the
Quintessential light skinned man with a deep seated anger underneath. I think that there's obviously like we're obviously making fun of light skinned men with his character,
yeah.
but nobody does to me.
What you mean?
Like on TV shows, we kind of let them motherfuckers slide with their behavior. So it's nice that we made Langston's character the way we made him, and Langston himself is just so funny and game for being the punchline so many times that it's like, oh man, we're just very grateful.
See, that's something that, like I guess Zach said in the post, where being like you said, we're supposed to be the person losing in the situation. Like I feel like
Hmm.
that's what kind of makes the show interesting, is because
We all
everybody
lose. All four of
loses.
us lose. We all lose.
Everybody loses in this
Everybody's a
show.
loser. Everybody's a loser.
Usually it's the show where it's like one loser, then maybe the other person's kind of the level-headed person, and the other person's, but it's like no, everybody takes turns. Like, oh, this episode I'm gonna lose. This episode three of us are gonna lose. This episode four, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's interesting. Was that kind of to like differentiate from other comedies? Was that like what's the word? Like a conscious effort?
Absolutely. That's the only way comedy should be done. Whereas like all of us lose and the outside world wins.
Great concept. Great concept, man.
Thank
Great
you, man.
concept. Great
I'm happy
concept.
you like the show.
I did. I did. Like I said, I watched all 6 episodes. I feel like every episode was different too. Like I feel like every
Yeah.
episode kind of had a different premise, so it wasn't like, oh, this is. I've watched episodes of different shows where I'm like, oh, this feels like a run on from the other episode. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Rather like episode where you're doing the. I don't know if it's the same episode, but just different scenarios from the what was the nigga name that was doing the speaking that threw the chain?
Boone Jackson.
From Boone. I mean, that name in general is just outrageous. Nigga name being Boone Jackson. That's ridiculous name. It's from Chris smashing homeless people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just very different scenarios, and
Hmm.
I think it was absurd the fact that Langston was mad that he was smashing. Like that was funny to me. The fact that Langston had a problem with a nigga smashing a homeless person that's funny to me. So just the
Yeah.
absurdity. Just want to say, hey man, all praises to you guys, man. All praises to you guys.
We're trying our best. Season 2, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Ace, I feel like the reception that I'm seeing, nigga, I searched Bust Down on Twitter just to see what people were saying. I didn't see one negative review. It was
No, it's very nice.
a lot of
And
people
they're all
loving it.
black people.
A
They're
lot
all
of black
people.
women. A lot of black women specifically I seen. Like a lot of young black women love this show. And not saying I didn't
Yeah.
expect that, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's just fire to see. You know what I'm saying? So y'all touching the black women, the niggas, everybody. So y'all doing y'all thing, man. So yeah, I
Well,
think
we don't punch down.
Mm.
The whole show, if you watch it, we're never really punching down. We're punching each other, but we don't be like these stupid black bitches like most comedy shows.
Is
So
you think that happens still? I don't. You think that happens in like comedy shows still?
I think that the pendulum swung from being incredibly disrespectful to black women to
Yeah.
like upping them so much. It's like, well, what is this? What am I watching?
Gotcha. I do agree with that. I think that goes back. Like, I don't feel like everything needs a message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some things
no.
just could just be silly. It could be stupid.
And the funny thing is, like, our show has so many messages.
Mm.
Like, there's so many messages throughout our show, and it's like we don't spoon feed them. And if you get them, you get them, and that's the beauty of like the movies and TV shows I grew up on, like Boondocks, for example. There's so many messages, but you're just laughing so hard you don't even realize them until you rewatch them.
You know what y'all do? Like Sam would say something, there'd be a message, but then right afterwards, like a joke would come right after. So it's like
Mhm.
you're not getting beat on the head about it. So it might be like, "Hey, it's not good to be racist." Then you'd be like, "Shut up, darky." You know what I'm saying? Like right afterwards. And it's
Yes,
just-
exactly.
So you're not. It's almost like it'll stay in your subconscious almost. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Yeah.
like which is the best type of stuff. It'll resonate.
That's how you teach
subconsciously.
somebody.
Yeah.
That's how you teach somebody something. Like, it's like those teachers who stick in your head from middle school are always the teachers who are the most fun or the most like silly or had like the silly game or did something that was out of the box. But you remember everything that motherfucker taught you because they gave you the information, with some sugar in it.
Bro, you tell a nigga that's like hooked on the drugs, like stop doing drugs, it's not gonna work. Like it doesn't. It's
Right.
not that easy. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it in a much different way than, hey nigga, stop being a drug. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not gonna work.
Yeah, you just gotta walk up to a nigga and be like, hey bro, if you smoke crack, that's gay. And they're like, I ain't gay. And now that nigga don't do crack no more.
Hey, that that's funny. Niggas, that might work. That might work. I feel like you do need a absurd way. Absurdity
That's not-
wins.
Absurdity always wins. People keep trying to go surreal. People keep trying to do shit that is like overly thought. At the end of the day, a motherfucker falling downstairs or a nigga covered in cum chasing a vice lord is just it's funny. There's no, if you don't find that funny, you're wrong.
I agree. Before we get out of here, I do want to switch to another art form, and kind
Yeah,
of go back to music, because like
yeah.
we talked a lot about music in our last interview. I went back
hmm
to go watch it a little bit. What do you listen to now?
A lot of Japanese city pop, a lot of like heroin jazz, a lot of ambient liminal music. Obviously I go back and listen to hip hop and R&B, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like sound. I'm just old. I don't like listening to niggas yell at me.
Mm,
Like outside of like Yeet maybe, but everything else, I don't really like people talking to me in music anymore. I want to be able to think when I'm listening to music, and so I don't need somebody telling me how rich they are. So it's a lot of jazz, a lot of '70s stuff, '80s stuff. Yeah, Japanese city pop, etc., etc. Nothing crazy.